This video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear, guys, from the 60s all the way through to the early 2000s, including, as you can see from the icon up here. And there's also an Admiral and Umbro clout and blue track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts, so go check those out. Any purchases made through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, I'll be sending directly on to Iron Supporting Food Banks, a charity in the Newham area that's scrolling along below, for to help those that are in a very, very tough time, having a very, very tough time at the moment. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining. As always, as you can see, this is the live watch along for West Ham versus Leeds, live at London Stadium, game 27 now, if I remember correctly, in the Premier League. Sheena, welcome. Jeremy, welcome. Paul, I'm glad you're enjoying the tunes, mate. And Ben, good evening as well. So thank you to everybody that actually were engaging with each other. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Thank you very much for the like. We've got 3 likes already and 4 people watching. Very happy with that ratio so far. So as always, guys, let's go straight to the team sheets. So in goal for West Ham, as predicted, Fabianski is back in goal with a back 4 of Soufal, Dawson, Diop and Creswell. Rice and Soucek in the defensive midfield positions. One change. It looks like Fornals is out on the right with Ben Rama and Lingard supporting Antonio up front. So it looks like a 4-2-3-1. We're going to see this on the screens pretty much any second now. On the bench is Martin, Trott, Johnson, Balbuena, Noble, Lanzini, Bowen and Odebeku. Starting for Leeds in the predicted 4-1-4-1 formation is Meslier in goal, with Ayling, Lorente, Cooper, Dallas. Phillips is the defensive midfielder. Klitsch, Roberts, Costa, Rafinha, who is the attacking midfielder that I couldn't remember at the time. When I did for those few people that watched the preview, I said there's an attacking midfielder that I couldn't remember we're gonna have to watch out for, and it is Rafinha and then Bamford up front. On the bench is Caprilli, Oloski, Davis, Berardi, Jenkins, Huggins, Harrison, Pavida and Rodrigo. So this see what you guys are saying. I just got in from tennis. Hope the team performs as well as I did. Played well tonight and won as well. Good on you, Jeremy. Glad you've enjoyed it. Adam, welcome, mate. Good to see you again. It is a decent team. Yusuf, hello. Yep, 1-0 win, mate. Puts your Chelsea boys back to 4th. So at the very best, we go 5th tonight if we get all 3 points. Jeremy says best we can do is fin it with, exactly as you just said. Adam says Soufal and Creswell will have a tough night, but fingers crossed we can win this. So guys, put your predictions down. Now you've seen the team sheets. What do you genuinely think? Give me your heart predictions and give me your head predictions. My heart is thinking 3-1. My head is thinking a very, very close 2-1. If I'm completely honest with you guys. John, welcome, mate. Hope you're all right. I'm doing well. I hope you are as well. Brain samples in as well. As a Sparta want Leeds to win, but I'm saying West Ham 2, Leeds 1. Come on, show the loving, mate. Show the loving. So, guys, let me know if I'm looking a little bit too yellow tonight, because I'm using a different lighting system technically. But just as we see the lineups coming up, so we're just going through the formations as we said then. Jeremy said, Paul says, "Did you have new balls, Jeremy?" I'm a bit of a tennis player too, and I find that always helps. It always helps to have new balls, mate. 100% of the time. Sheena says 3-1. I'm guessing to West Ham. Adam says 2-0 West Ham. Now, of course, obviously, Mike Dean is the referee for tonight, and guys, as I said, let's just enjoy it. Let's just enjoy the game. You know, the man's prone to mistakes, so let's just see what happens. Oliver Thorne, welcome. Hope you're all right, mate. Nice to see you. So, give me your thoughts, Oliver, on how your boys are. Your Man U fans. Your Man U boys are getting on this season. How do you feel? You must be over the moon, surely. Because obviously we play you guys on Sunday. So yes, I'm very well, mate. Thank you. I hope you are as well. But thank you for joining. It's always good to see new people, as I said. For some reason, the main chat's not working, but I can see it up in here, so this is all good. brain sample, as I said. My heart's just before you logged in, actually, mate. To be fair, I said my heart's saying 3-1, my head's saying a close 2-1. So I'm quite confident about this. I mean, but having said that, we drew him away at Ellen Road. No, we didn't. We beat him, didn't we? Yeah, we beat him 2-1. Oliver says, well, they are going okay, but the game on Sunday was unbelievable. Never thought it would have finished like that. Yeah, mate. Yeah, good. It's like that's what happens in a derby. That's it's a good clean sheet and the first defeat Man City have had at home for a long time, if I remember correctly. So Jamie and Paul are talking to each other in there. There we go. All good. All good. So we're off with the team sheet. So, Rick, welcome back, mate. Hope you're right. Give us your prediction. Oliver, give me your prediction as well. And anybody else that hasn't already given their prediction, please do so. God, I miss hearing that tune. I really do missing that tune. So we're just gonna wait for. Oh, you're joking me. Don't now the stream decides to bugger up. Thank you, Now TV. Right again. Been working absolutely fine, absolutely perfect. Rick says 2-1. Oliver Thorne says 3-1 West Ham. And then my Now TV's crashing. Wonderful. Jez says 2-0 with Leeds. The Heart saying it. Right, literally just crashed. I thought it was going all too well. Sheena's boy says 4-0. There you go, got everything back up. So look, they've done the a minute's applause for Glenn Roder. So apologies, guys, if no offence taken, but it crashed then. My Now TV crashed then, so I didn't know they were doing it. But obviously, it was understandable that they were going to give the respect for Glenn Roder, who passed away on Sunday, as we talked about on Wednesday. And oh, stop, hang on, reset. And because Ben Rama went to kick, that's why I kicked it. The game's kicked off, as you can see, the clock going. Jeremy says all minutes clapping for Roder. Totally understandable, and it's just a shame we couldn't join in with it. Because I say my telly crashed just as they were doing it. Oliver says, "Are you happy with Lingard, the Man United man?" Yes, he's been absolutely superb for us, mate. Absolutely superb. And John, just as a reminder, mate, let's keep the conversation about the game if you're watching it, please. But my weekend was good, mate. Thank you for asking, and I hope you had a good one as well. So Bamford's down already. ankle sliced by the looks of things. So Dawson, not so much from Dawson, to be fair. Cheers, guys. Your good health, of course. Free kick taken straight away. So Ben Rama on the ball now. And guys, we will talk about this more on Wednesday as well with the live chat. So for now, doing some good ball work there, man. Passing it back to Rice. Very, very happy that Noble signed a 1-year extension. Because let's face it, guys, next season's going to be his last. And it's a good that hopefully we should be back to full capacity by the end of next season at the stadium. Hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, and all the rest of it. But yeah, but it'd be very good to just give him the proper send off. I know, you can argue 6 years ago we gave him the testimonial, but he needs a proper send off, man. He needs a proper send off. Oliver Thorne says West Ham have played well this season. We have, just as the corner's taken from a Leeds corner, headed out by Diop. And Tyler Roberts keeping the ball in. Rice giving a bit of a fight with him, and it goes out for a goal kick by the looks of it. Yeah, perfect. David, RC, welcome, mate. Hope you're right. Come on, you irons. Excuse me. John Jagos, any signs of Ryan Fredericks for West Ham? No. Looks like he's still out, mate. He's not even on the bench. It looks like his hamstring or whatever he had a couple of weeks ago is still playing up with him. Sheena says her son's very happy when he told him this morning. Understandable. Jeremy says you should be staying with West Ham for life. Man's worth his weight in gold, whether he's in the team or not. Agreed. You know, and a lot of I genuinely do think. I mean, what I say, we'll go into this a bit more detail on Wednesday. Because it's trying to talk about handball. Come on, that's the hand. Come on, that's the hand. And now when we get the ball in, now it's a free kick to Leeds. Here we go. The Mike Ding back together, back to normal, isn't he? Fucking hell. Here we go. Mark English. Good evening, mate. Hope you're right. So Rob, so let's just see in the replay there. Anyway, Adam says Mike Dean's already fucked me off. I did say, mate. I did say that just give him some time. I was expecting it to be a bit more than 3 minutes. Good evening, Paris. Hope you're all right, mate. Right, just we got Leeds in possession now. So it looks like Llorente all booted up to Rafinha by the looks of things. Can't really tell from this angle. Not that I'm very au fait with all the Leeds guys. So yeah, so Cooper on the ball now, passing it through to Phillips. No relation before anybody asks, including you, John. Llorente over to where is that? I can't really tell who it is. Right, so a little bit of dithering football from West Ham. Leeds having the bit of the lion's share of the ball. Goal attempt and nothing doing there. From who is it? Yeah. Held the Costa by the looks of things. John said, yeah, it was handball, mate, but it's not intentional. Good take. It's a good take by Costa, to be fair. Not a bad take from him whatsoever. Oliver Thorne's asking, I'm guessing he's asking me if I'm from London. Technically, no, because I'm a Surrey man, born and raised, but I was born and raised on the outskirts of London, so yes. Half of me is East London and half of me, half of me is East London, a third of me is Surrey, and the other third is Northern, but London, Surrey man, born and raised. Whiskey's a good thing for that there, Sheena. Don't forget. Actually, don't remember that, because I know what your typing's like at the best of times. So, yeah. So ball in from where are we? Dallas. 1-0 already. It was offside. Roberts offside. Let's have a look. I don't know, you know. That's no, he's not. Oh, hang on. That is very bad defending. He's on. I think he's on. Yeah, he's on. Yeah, he's on. He's onside. He's onside. If they give it for a fucking kneecap, that's unbelievable. He's onside. What? A kneecap? A bloody kneecap? It's a kneecap. I'm sorry, but no, that is not offside. I agree with what a lot of people have been saying recently. It's a bloody kneecap. That's not off. I'm sorry, but if like Wenger was saying, and Graham Souness has been saying recently as well, it's a if the majority of the body's onside, then it's not offside. And now that is on. Now that is another offside. Have a look and see this one now. Bamford. That's out. Now the ball's out. The ball's out. It was out. It was out. Chris Pusey, welcome. He's currently VAR 2, Leeds 0. Mark says you can't change the mid-season rules mid-season, John. You're either on or you're off. Well, I disagree, mate, because FIFA they've already had rules off already, but the offside rules changed already. Changed about November December time, and the handball rules have changed. The accidental handball rule is going to be removed. From what it's looking like, coming in very soon. That if a goal if there's an accidental handball, and a goal is scored from that, then it's not ruled as handball. Now, this is as much as I agree with it, because if it is genuinely accidental, then yes. And again, we'll talk about that on Wednesday. But it's interesting times, mate. It's interesting times. Mark says if it's up, it stands. If it's them, it's offside. Ah. Jim says Kane's goal last night looked miles offside to him, but he guesses he doesn't know the rules anymore. Mate, nobody knows the rules anymore. I've not watched any football this weekend. Absolutely none of it. Not even Man United's game. Bearing in mind we were coming up to Sunday. I mean, I watched the highlights, but I haven't watched any actual live football. So yeah, just seeing the replay of the Lingard and Creswell manoeuvres, that was very, very good. Very, very good. So yeah, get that out of the way. Go. Oh, you know what I'm doing, because you can't see what I'm doing, guys. Let's get back to the game, shall we? Okay, so Cooper on the ball now, being chased down by Fornals. Fornals is very high up. I love Fornals' movement. I genuinely do. Gina says, how many times are they going to change the rules? I can't keep up. No, nobody can keep up. That's the thing. And I said when. Oh, hang on a second. The Rafina. Come on, spacing West Ham. Yeah. I said at the start that I've said for the majority of this season, and especially some of last season as well, that when you have technology, you've got to update the rules, and you can't. And they didn't. They haven't, quite frankly. They haven't the FA didn't, and the Premier League and all the rest of them didn't update them quick enough. They should have updated the rules first, then brought in the technology. But no, they brought in the technology, didn't know how to use it, and now they're changing the rules to catch up. And that's not how you do it. I'm a big advocate of VAR. I really think it's a fantastic tool to be used. It has to be used correctly. And once again, we've got a weekend of football, including a Monday night football game now, where VAR is going to be the big talking point for a lot of people for a good few days. And it's ruining the game. It is genuinely ruining the game. Mark says TV replays have ruined the game. Just don't analyse offsides. Let the ref and linos make the calls. It should be like rugby. It should be like the NFL, where they're mic'd up and you can hear the conversations, rather than have a brief replay, not 17 times of 17 different angles. You know what I mean? Adam says Leeds' high tempo system has been very impressive so far. It is. Yeah, this is what I said in the preview. I said in the preview that the consistency of Leeds this season is if they lose at home or go and try and win away, and that's exactly what they're trying to do. Just as Antonio's on the ball now, passing it through to Lingard, over to Fornals on the edge of the box. Not the best of deliveries, but he got a deflection off the foot, which is probably why. But nobody chasing the ball down, just happy to run out of the box. And Sheena, it is typical of Leeds' movement. Absolutely agree with you completely. Right now, yep, Diop should get the ball, and he does. Rice back to Diop. Antonio loses possession, unfortunately. But having said that, though, barring the Mike Dean cock up at the start of the game, Mark, shut up. he might as well be. I think it's not the opening 12 minutes has not been too bad. It's not. It's been the entertaining game I thought it was going to be. I said it was going to be a tough one, and it is. Ball nows. Slow check. Too foul. Trying to find Lingard, but the ball goes out, unfortunately. And yeah, Moyes is telling them to calm down. To keep the 3 by the looks of it, I'm guessing. Either that or he's swearing with brackets. Gino, I hope your boy hasn't picked that habit up. Swearing with brackets. He's of the right age to do it, I think. Bamford up to Roberts again. Rice intercepts that movement nicely. Should be passing it to Fornals. He doesn't, and he just loses the ball as a result. But we get a free kick out of it. Yeah, cheeky fucker. But yeah, it's guys. As I say, for the first, we're almost through that. We're almost there. It is a foul and it's late. I hope Phillips apologised to Rice on that. I hope he did. So the free kick being taken by Creswell by the looks of Creswell's going to take the free kick by the looks of things. Adam makes a very good point. Short free kick taken. Creswell with the boot up. Sojek heading for the. Not really sure what he was trying to do there, but Adam says keep tabs with Mike Dean. Didn't book Phillips for that. Let's see if he books one of our players for that challenge. Not a bad. That's a good point there, Ed. Well, good point. Well made. Brain Thompson 71% possession away to West Ham. What's going on? Possession means nothing. Leeds have big possession all the time, and a lot of the time they don't do anything with it. Just as Lingard's on the attack now, but oh come on, Dean, how's that a free kick? Oliver says both teams were playing quite well in the first 15 minutes. Absolutely, yeah. Well, we've had our moments. I wouldn't say we're playing well yet because we're giving Leeds too much time on the ball, unfortunately. Mark is just saying, is this Mike Dean's first match back? No, he did referee for an FA Cup game. And he was a ref for last week, if I remember correctly. I'll have a look. Hang on. Oh. So 4 nows. Come on. Ben Rama. Whoa. Close. Sheena says he just stuck his middle finger up. Says if I can't say it, I can get in trouble. A little hit. Oliver says you have to say Leeds don't well from Championship, don't gel well. I think you mean from the Championship to Premier League. Yeah, that's good. That's a fair point, mate. Fair point. Yeah, Mike Dean was in charge of Newcastle Wolves, the 1-1 draw. I thought as much. Have done well from the Championship to the Premier League. Yeah, man, 100%. Yeah, they're well. No worries. They are a well-run club. They are a very well-run club. It's just the fact that it's first season and you've got to. I think the season's played to their advantage on a few occasions. If I'm honest with you, I genuinely think that it is. So yeah, but Mark, you're welcome, mate. But as I said, it's. I think people have been exaggerating over the last few days about him coming back. Because yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're not going to be keeping too much tabs on what he's doing unless it's with us. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, he had a week off, ref the FA Cup, and then as I say, Newcastle Wolves. So, but yeah, but I agree with Nicky 100% what he said on Friday Night Pint, where it's literally just a case of he was suspended for a week. A week's not long enough, clearly, unfortunately. Toe check. Ooh. Nice attempt, but way off target. Oliver says, I can kind of see Man United Stadium right now, just the tip. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Nice to see a Man United supporter actually in the city. Well, it's not really the city of Manchester, is it, technically? It's, where are you? Old Trafford's in, it's not Manchester itself. It's, I can never remember the suburb of Manchester that you're in. Mark's says big shout out to Scotty Parker and his Fulham team. Absolutely, they played very, very well against Liverpool. Nobody was expecting that result at all. Trafford. Yeah, but Trafford. It's not actually in. It's not in actually Manchester itself. It's just on the outskirts of Manchester. So, but yeah. And his cream puffer jacket. There was a picture going. There was a picture going round of Parker and Alan Pardew. Alan Partridge, which was quite funny. It was floating around on Facebook and Twitter the last couple of days. Salford, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's more Salford than it is actually Manchester. Ben Rama, Lingard back to Ben Rama, back to Lingard. Creswell back to Lingard. Ben Rama, Lingard, nice little movement. Come on. Lingard. Oh, penalty! Wow, penalty. Ooh, interesting. So who's going to be taking this? Is it going to be Dex again? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the replay. Let's have a look. So Lingard running it at the box. Yeah. We've seen them given for more than that, to be fair. But at the same time, yeah, it's not quick enough. It's not a quick enough attempt to get the ball. It is a trip. It is a foul. It is a penalty. 100%. Very, very quick. Jeremy says, just like Martial's last night. To be honest with you, mate, I think there was less contact yesterday than there was there, to be fair. But, K Martins, hello, mate. See you next year, J Links. Thought K might be lurking about in the background. Let's have a look. What's going on? Lingard taking the penalty. Interesting. What's he going to do? Bottom left. Where are we? Lingard! Oh, no! Oh, replay! Yes! I wouldn't. I think the ref done a little bit over the board there. I wouldn't say he was. But yeah, there we go. Perfect. To be honest with you guys, I kind of think that's a little bit. So good save from the goalkeeper, but good follow up from Lingard at the same time. Very, very good. So 1-0. So he went for bottom left, as I said, and the goalkeeper read it, went ball rebounding, so he put it to bottom right. Good on you. Adams is speechless. Jeremy says, I meant the position, JP. No threat to goal when he was fouled. Yes. Yeah, I see where you're going with on that one, mate. Thanks, Mark. I'm just going to tell him no more penalties. We've got 2 Man United supporters watching this, which is good. Obviously keeping tabs on their attacking the left winger. He is a natural left winger, if I remember correctly, isn't he? Brain Sample says Lingard kicks it twice, but it goes in the net. Foul from Llorente on Antonio. Mark says fine lines offside by an inch, then a pen at the other end. Fine lines. Lingard didn't score a pen. He changed it. It's true. True, actually. No, you're right, mate. He didn't score the penalty. No, you're right. The rebound, wasn't it? So, yeah. You grumpy ginger tosser. But no, you got to keep it accurate. So, Lingard with a free kick. No, Creswell. Boot in, trying to find Socek, heads it to the completely wrong place. And Leeds are now on the break as a result of it. Guys, not just thank you, Jeremy, for start asking people to hit the like button. But it's not just that. Please hit the subscribe button. We've had a couple of people leave over the last few days. So let's try and get this. Let's try and get us to 1760. So 7 more people need to subscribe with 12 people watching. Come on, guys. I know you can do it. But nah, mate. I've been watching. I've been watching. Been watching Game On, which has just landed on BritBox, and it's all Ginger Tosser. All 3 series is Martin the Ginger Tosser. Very funny sitcom. Very, very funny sitcom. I missed that program. It was very funny. Very, very good. But yeah, do share this content, guys. Just try and get more people on board to watch the game. Share it on your Facebook. Share it on your Twitter account. Share it on your whatever you use, whatever your social media, or send it to people on WhatsApp. Be nice to try and get some new people involved in this. But no, we've got a nice little community going on here. We've got everyone's back all the time. It's really good. You know, it's nice that Kay comes back every now and again. You know, Brain comes back pretty much all the time. You know, it's nice to have non West Ham supporters on here, and it's nice to have. Mark says, "I've had it all my life." JP dropped a few in my time for that one. But yeah, but to be honest, it should be a draw. You know, I think Leeds are quite hard done by for the stuff that was ruled out. That offside goal, I generally do think that was harsh. I really, really do. Like I said, when it happened, it was a bloody kneecap. Do you know what I mean? Bloody kneecap. Yeah. Talking of, I wonder where Tony is, because Rick's put a comment up that Tony normally pops up saying we're doing all right, but we need another goal. That's Tony, big time. But there's a lot of pressure coming from Leeds, as you would imagine. Nice save from Fabianski there. Very nice save from him. I mean, Mark likes to try and spoil the party by giving updates before it's actually happened, as far as I can see, but I just ignore him. Where are we? John says, hope Jesse Lingard gets the England team for the Euros. Should be news. Mark says, great news for Knives earlier, folks. Yeah, we talked about that before he came in, mate. Very, very happy with that, and hopefully he'll get the send-off next season that he properly deserves, that we should have been able to give it to him this season. Free kick. Cooper's following treading a fine line at the moment. He's made some tasty tackles. So just seeing the replay. Yeah, it's no attempt for the ball in any shape or form. No attempt for the ball. John Dag asks, how old is Lingard? He's 27, I think, 26, 27, maybe 28. Come on, the Man United supporters, let us know. But I think it's about 27, 28, I think. Rick says, Cooper will get in the book soon, I think. Yep. Mark says, Mobile's final match next season will be the Champions League final. It will if the squad the board the board invest properly in the summer. It will be from that sense. So again, Lingard or Creswell going to take the free kick. Nobody knows until it happens. I think it might be Creswell this time. Yeah. Oh! Something went. I think that. Yeah. That was a good. That's a corner, but that's a very good free kick from. It was a very good shot on target. Oliver, how come it can be 2-0 to Leeds? They haven't scored yet. Corner. Hey! I don't believe it. Dawson! Wow. Honestly. Sign him up now. Honestly, sign him up now. Just watching the replay. So good ball in from Creswell and Dawson straight in there doing a Souček run. In actual fact, he's about half a yard in front of Souček by the time the ball connects. Because that was Souček's ball. That was for Souček. That was 100% for Souček. Completely. But Dawson was able to get the grub on him. Beautiful. Very, very good. I mean, Creswell's got was it 8 assists now? 7 or 8 assists now in the Premier League. Mental. Adam says 3 set pieces scored against them this season. Absolutely. Mark says he loves Dawson. Gina says she'll be 21 again on Thursday. And okay, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It was a lovely ball. Very, very good. But incredible. So, guys, we're not even half an hour in yet. Something more could happen. Something less could happen. We never know. I don't think this is going to be a rout in any shape or form. No. I can't say he's keeping the clean sheet. I genuinely can't. Ooh. Bamford fanning around. A little bit nervous by the looks of it. Had some space to score there, to be fair. And now easily cleared, but yeah. Jeremy says Dawson find of the season. We all thought it was bonkers bringing him in. Mate, to be fair, I was one of the few people that didn't criticise it. I said I don't understand it, but we'll give him time. People are way too quick to jump on assessments. It really, really is. I guarantee the people that said fuck off, we don't need Dawson. He's a liability. He's a relegated defender. Blah blah blah. Are now the ones that are going to be saying sign him up in the summer. I guarantee it. Just reactionary fuckwits, quite frankly. John says, I'm going to be 39 this April, the second Good Friday, and next year I'll be the big 40. Fair play, your son. Not brilliant. Nice header back from Creswell there. Adam's thinking exactly the same as me. Still a long way to go. We have to respect the opposition there. No mugs. Agreed. Even though Belisa looks like he's crouching down for a shit every time. Mark says, I never criticise any West Ham player before they've worn the shirt. Exactly, mate. That's the point. Jeremy says, I criticised that JP guilty as charged. Proud to be making this very public apology to the guys. Well, it's not that public, mate. It's only 12 people watching, so it's not that public. Rick says, just need 2 more and then the game is over. Really? Really, Rick? Yeah, no, you should, it's like with every single player that comes in. I say you just give them a season, see how they get on. And obviously we can't give it with Dawson. Actually yes, we can give it with Dawson because he was a summer signing on loan. Adam says he nearly had a shit when Mike Dean gave us a penalty. Mark says he got slaughtered on Twitter before his debut. Ended up being man of the match. Absolutely, man. That FA Cup game was immense. Youssef, welcome back. It's just with Costa running the ball now. Yeah, it is. That's the thing. It's just the fact that we've got you have to just give them. you just have Rick, honestly, man. It's just that's the thing. It's just we have to give them at least a few games because you can't judge a person before they even touch the ball. Do you know what I mean? It's like with anything. It's like with a work colleague, dating, whatever. You can't judge somebody on taking a look at them. Can't. And and this is the thing. It's Oh, Ben Rama. Not the best of ideas, but I can see what he's trying to do. But yeah, as I say, you can't just don't criticize. I said when Fornell started, when he signed for us, I said we need to give him a full season. He kicked on from that Chelsea away victory. With Allaire, I said give him a time. I said everybody, I say just give them time. Just give them time. See what they're able to do before you start criticizing if they're good or not good enough. I I I hate to say this about our own fan base, but it's about football fans in general, and same with the pundits on the telly as well. I think people just say it just for the sake of it, without actually thinking about what they're saying, because they know that it's going to get them likes, it's going to get them attraction on their channel, blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? It's just not for me. Adam says Dawson has got to be the outside contender for Hammer of the season. Absolutely agree with you, mate. Absolutely agree. And again, another Lingard trying, but way off target. Mark says we're dominating the midfield. Absolutely dominating it. Agreed. But at the same point, it's kind of the fact that Leeds have kind of sitting back. To be honest with you, they're not as attacking as they were earlier, but they are still giving it a go. Gina says she's hoping that we sign Lingard. Mate, honey, I'd be very very happy, very very happy for him to sign. Absolutely happy with that. Have him plus a couple of strikers. That's our attacking final third. Sorted, genuinely sorted. Have a proper out and out striker with Lingard in midfield. Don't really want to see Fornals out on the left, but you got no choice, unfortunately. Jamie says, "Love that run for Diop." Yes, it was very, very good, mate. Very, very good. Now we're trying to defend. See, look, that these players are scared. They're trying to exploit areas that don't really exist, and that is exactly an example of what I've just said. They've really tried to get the ball in, and it's absolutely screwed up with them. Mark says there's a real good tempo to this sexy football. Gene says I argue with you, JP. You always argue with me. Barry says the third one is coming. Possibly. But no, it is. It'd be very very good. I've said all season before Allaire went in January. I said we needed two strikers. Genuinely said that. Have been for a while. Or Sheena, were you saying I can't? You can't argue with me. You just missed out. Can't. Brainstorm says I think your audio signal is lower than it's been. Well, it's pretty much max here, mate. It's literally going up into the red as I'm talking, as I've just turned it up. So you might want to turn up your speakers, mate. To be fair, because this is practically peaking. This is practically peaking. Mark says I think we're getting 5 tonight, Paris. Nah, man, come on. Where's Dell and his 3-0s? Ever since I stopped broadcasting on Twitter and Periscope, he's not joined the chat. The cheeky bugger. Jeremy, thank you very much, mate. Ooh, that was close. Ben Rama going for goal. For Adam says Fornals is growing on me. Thought he was too lightweight and not good enough to start with. I've been singing his praises all last 2 seasons. At least the last 12, 13 months. I absolutely love the kid. He works a lot harder than everybody says. Mark says crystal clear sound, John. Thank you, mate. But yeah, if I'm going to be like that, then it's going to be a little bit lower because I'm away from it. But that's because I'm watching the telly at the same time. Remember, so don't worry about it, fella. This is why it's on here, because having it here, you can't bloody can't see stuff. So, I prefer it here because you're not getting the sound of me doing anything. So Creswell over the corner. Oh, that was a good run from who was it? Can't say the camera's not focused on it, but Creswell, I think it was. I think Creswell was running into the box then. No, it was Dawson. Dawson trying to go for his second one. Adam says if he likes being wrong on players and proving them wrong. Agreed, mate. Agreed. That's the thing. It's just that I love being proven wrong because it happens on quite a doesn't happen all that often, to be honest with you. But when it does, it happens. You know, I mean, I said at the start of the season when we did the fixture roundup that we were gonna we weren't gonna get more than 37 points, 37, 38 points towards the end of the season. We've absolutely smashed that already. As things stands, we're on 48 points. 48 points. Mental. Mark says, JP wasn't joking about scoring 5. I think we're really on it tonight. We are, mate, but I'll be very surprised if it is going to be 5 just as a goal kick for Fabianski comes off Roberts. Paris says audio is fine, thank you. Sheena says we need more female in here. I feel outnumbered. Well, share it. Come on, share it with your friends. Share it with people you know. Not hard. Adam says it's refreshing to see the likes of Dawson, etc., do as good as they have been. Agreed, ads, 100%. Jeremy says, is Dawson our top goal scorer? Do you know what? As funny as that question is, that's not actually too bad a question. Mark says four goals, possibly, mate, possibly. You never know. Never ever know. So Dawson scored, including this, Dawson scored 4 goals. So not really. Soucek's the highest goal scorer so far. Lingard and Dawson have scored the same amount of goals. Adam says, what are your thoughts on the pundits and journalists saying we were only doing well because of the lack of fans? Ads, really? I do believe it's helped us, but to say it's solely say it's solely why we are doing well is a bit off. Mate, it's more than a bit off. It's fucking ridiculously far off. It's the fact that it's the backroom staff. It's the fact that Moyes has figured out what he wants and has been able to mould the team into the side that he needs. It's got nothing because we talked about this on the weekly live chat when a couple of weeks ago. So I know you weren't there, so it's fine. But I'm bored. I'm bored of TalkSport saying the same fucking thing because all they do, nobody seems to understand this in the realms of Twitter and Facebook and all other levels of social media. TalkSport are there to irritate people. That's all they do. That's all they do. They want us to phone up the premium rate phone number and get people to call in and just have a rant because it pays for their sponsorship on top of everything else. So do you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's stupid. It really is stupid. Sheena says, I have my female friend. She doesn't like football. Well, stop complaining then. Mark says, you're one of the lads now, Sheena. But it's just... It is. The audience is predominantly male. Which is a shame. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm legitimately a feminist. I'm happy for equal treatment for all. That's what feminism is. Is for the women to be treated on the same level as men. I'm all for that. 100% all for that. But Marx is the first person who speaks the truth. On TalkSport is Mr. Jordan. His first name escapes me. I don't listen to TalkSport. I'm bored of them. The only time I'll ever listen to TalkSport is when they have somebody on, and as in a footballer, past or present. Not Andy Townsend because he's just bored. He bores the hell out of me. He's like Jamie Redknapp, just full of rhetoric the whole time. Recycles what everybody else says. Adam says the only thing I agree with though is the away games would be so much more trickier. A shite referee can be done with pressure from home fans. Apologies, I've missed the live stream. Well, you should do, mate. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when we're going live. Not hard. We're mates, remember? At least I thought we were, huh? Typical. Bloody Redders. Creswell will take the corner. So what do you reckon for the extra time, guys? What do you reckon? I reckon a couple of minutes myself. Yeah, two's was what Rex thinking himself. Jamie says Simon Jordan. Adam says Trevor Sinclair's a good listen. He is, because he's the only one that's not criticising the club. Ball in from Creswell. Ooh! Oh, that's a clout in the stomach. I hope Socek's all right. Jesus. Oh. Oh, he was going at pace. Ooh. Ouch. Adam says he has subscribed. Well, hit the notification bell, you lazy bugger. That little bell icon. Nard. Mark says, and he likes Ali McCoy and Laura Woods. I've got respect for both of those. I like Laura Woods. She's tasty, and she's got a good brain on her. I like her. Gina reckons 3 minutes. But yeah, I listen to the podcast she does with Thingy Bob. What's his name? The beast, that the former AFC Wimbledon player. I think their podcasts are fun. They are good. She's a good girl. I like her. She's got a good sense of humor. She flirts with everybody badly, but I think she's a good one. Jeremy says we're getting into good attacking positions. I reckon we will win by more than 2, which makes my prediction wrong. How nice. Well, I said my heart saying 3-1 and my head says 2-1. So we'll have to say just as Leeds are on the break now. Rafinha. He's been quite quiet, actually, to be fair, today. Rafinha. Been more of the unusual suspect, shall we say. But again, just as Rice has just done fantastically there. Passing out to Ben Rama. Adam Jessup says, legend has it the post is more in more pain than someone to check. Probably, mate. I'm glad you agree with me, Mark. Yeah. As a few of my Hammers mates like to say, refer to as the old 60s conversation of refer to as grumble. What my mates call it. They call it grumble. They call all girls like that grumble. And it's right. It's true. It's a genuine term. So what do you reckon? Come on, guys. We gonna hear anything? 1, 2 minutes? What are we looking at? Hello? 2 minutes. Yep. Spot on, Rick. We were spot on, mate. The clock's still not working. I've asked them to look into it, but I have to wait and see. Mark says, unfortunately, she's Arsenal. Doesn't matter. I'd still date her, to be fair. Even if she was bloody Millwall, mate, I wouldn't care. So Creswell taking the corner, just on the dying death. Ball in. Oh, that was close. Dawson off the post then. Christ. Fuck me, that was close. The only reason I said that it's not it's not much going on in the game. That's why I said 2 minutes. Agreed, mate. 100%. That's why we were saying 2 minutes, because there was a stoppage time for a couple of the free kicks, but that's about it. And the VAR ruling, of course, that has to be taken into consideration. Well, now it's over to Creswell. Over to Ben Rama. Ben Rama should be booting it, and Antonio a little bit late on that, but you not able to read it properly. If Adam says if we score, then that's game over. Is so unlucky. Agreed, mate. But to be fair, and no disrespect to any Leeds fans that may be watching, it's kind of been game over since the second goal went in. To be fair, we had a drop off of viewers now. It's gone to 7 minutes. 7 people. We were like 12 or 13 a few seconds ago. So obviously the game's winding down for people. So all in all, guys, that's not bad. That's not bad. So yeah, not bad at all. So very, very happy with that. I wouldn't say it was that professional in terms of what the referees are saying. But guys, yeah, you get for a change, you get to hear some different music now. See you in a few minutes. post-match analysis on Mark Now. Garage Football, very good channel. Very good guys. So yeah, game's second half is kicked off now. So Costa and Klitsch off, and Alioski and Harrison on. So this will be very interesting. So the clock is 5 seconds ahead. So let me just pause it just for a second so we can get up to date with it. There you go. A couple of seconds is nearer the point. But yeah, so possibly, yeah, are we gonna see any more goals, guys? Do you reckon we can see any more goals? Messaging a Leeds supporter, a friend of mine, at half time, and he was saying that their player that was ruled off for offside for his kneecap should have his kneecaps removed. It's a bit harsh. It's a bit harsh. Andy, good evening, mate. I haven't seen you for a long time. Hope you're alright. Keeping good. Kieran, welcome, of course, as well. I did say hello to you in the chat, but good morning, good morning, Skip. Good morning, Skip. So yeah, it's all good, guys. 2-0 up as it stands at the moment, 5th on the table. Will that happen in the next 45 minutes? There we go. I think Sky were a bit cheeky showing the save penalty that Rob Green did to Liverpool in 2009, and then the follow-up, which is exactly the same as Lingard's goal. Garage Football, Yusef, is a very good channel. Run by a guy that I've known for about a year or so. I've been on a few times. Garage Football on YouTube. They'll be live about 10 minutes after the game, to give their post-match analysis. So yes, go and check them out. It's a good channel. It's kind of like almost like Ball Street used to be. While Bamford, close, very close then. But yes, Andy, it has been a while, mate. I hope you're keeping good. And how's life over in Germany? How's the lockdown been keeping you? But yeah, Bamford's just on side as well. Dawson was playing him on. So if he'd have scored, that would have been a legitimate goal. But yes, it's things are. It's a good. There's a lot to talk about. I mean, we've discussed him in the first half anyway, but there's a lot to talk about, and it'd be interesting to talk to those guys about it as well. It's a good channel. And I prefer having the microphone here than having it here because I don't like having a microphone on screen, but this is the best way to get the best audio, unfortunately. Mark says, I like the way Knees Up Mother Brown do their watch alongs. Graham's a proper gentleman. He is, mate. And he gave me the break, so to speak. Graham gave me the break of subscribers 3 years ago this summer. We were in partnership for a little while. Very, very good, very nice bloke. I've met him a couple of times. We have a bit of a. I haven't spoken to him for a while. But he's a very, very good bloke. And yeah, this channel wouldn't exist without Graham, because him putting my content up when they were doing before the Knees Up Mother Brown went to do their own channel properly. They were putting all the content up, including mine, Hammer's chat, everybody basically. Leeds are on the attack again. What? I don't think he meant to keep that in somehow. And it says right now a lot gets relaxed again, but in his opinion, it's the wrong point of time right now to do so. I'm guessing another hard lockdown in April. We've got more. Our case figures are higher than Germany. I was watching it earlier today. There's a feed on Sky Sports. One of the Sky News' feeds on YouTube have constantly got all the figures rotating all the time, and yeah, you guys have got less figures than we do. But it's all to do with context, isn't it? John says, hi John. I had a minute silent for Clarity tonight. Good on you, son. Good, because we obviously talked about it on Wednesday. talks about it on Wednesday. Ooh, good defensive header from Dawson there, but not really keeping with it. And good save from Fabs as well. Jesus. Rafina. See, I said in the preview, I said at the start of the stream as well, Rafina is a player that we need to keep an eye out on because he's dangerous, and that was a prime example of how good the guy can be. All right, granted, he got a deflection off Diop on the way in, but very, very good. I'll read out what my Leeds mate has said in a minute. Mark says, what a save. Jeremy says, I'm not sure Phillips deserved the booking there. It's a bit suspect, to be fair, mate, but Andy says, was the first half as good as the score shows it? Yes and no, mate. Yes and no. I mean, Leeds had we've got a corner now. Leeds had a good Leeds had a good attack for the first 5 or 6 minutes. Had a very, very good attack. Had a goal ruled out incorrectly for offside. I mean, it is technically, but it was his bloody kneecap. His freaking kneecap. But you know, they had 2 goals scored. Both were ruled off, chalked out. One for offside and one because the ball was out of play. And then we slowly but surely grew into it. I mean, it's been good. It's been all right. Mark says, here comes the thirds as the corners are about to be taken. Leeds have conceded 13 set pieces this season so far. Mental. Mark says, lovely break from us just now. Not the best of balls. Not the best of balls. Go on, Fornells. Go on, my son. Ooh. So check. A bit of off. Someone was offside then, but Mark's right. Oh my word, what an effort. Adge, I hope you're still here, mate. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what he brings, and that's. I mean, I think to be fair, I think Meslier's got his hand up. He's got his. Where are we? Yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, no. I was going to say I think Meslier's all over that if it's a little bit lower, but no, that's 3-0. That is genuinely 3-0. Mark saying this is some match. It is because we're starting to grow more and more into the game. This is what I said to my Leeds supporter mate earlier. That during the break, and Rafina a couple of yards shy of the post there. But I said, after the first goal went in, we've grown more and more into the goal. And we've come out all guns blazing. Both teams have come out trying to attack and trying to get the points. So fair play to them. Absolutely fair play to them. And it's gonna be one hell of a game. And now we've got a bit of a break. No, we haven't. But he said my Leeds mate said we can't defend set pieces, as everyone knows. You came back from 1-0 at Ellen Road to score with 2 headers. Any free kick around the area and he's covering his eyes. So, one else, the Socek. Rice calling for it, but he's ignoring his calls. Gives it to Diop, who gives it down to Creswell, who boots it back to Fabianski. Not the best of ideas, to be fair. And John, you're absolutely right, mate. Antonio hasn't had a kick yet. He's come close. He's come close, but he hasn't had a kick yet. Mark says 18 times this season we've hit the woodwork. Yeah, understandable. But the lucky mug's here, and this lucky mug and all. Right, so yeah, we've still got a long way to go in this game, guys. We genuinely have. So I'm not ready to, but at the same point, I'm not worried. You know, I'm not worried. Let me just bring these down a bit because they look a bit. That's it. Bring those down a little bit as well. About right. So Benrahma working his stuff there. Rice. Benrahma. Really good defensive work from Benrahma. Good ball up to Antonio, but unfortunately can't get involved in it. I mean, possession is possession's only important to Arsenal supporters, quite frankly, because we don't care about possession. Leeds don't do a lot with their possession either, unfortunately, or fortunately for us in that. You know, they've had a good share of the ball over the last 9 minutes already. But yeah, it's just nothing doing. Unfortunately, nothing doing. So guys, would you make any substitutions? Because we're coming up to the hour mark. Would you make any substitutions, and who would you for whom? Let me just remind you of the substitutes. We've got Balbuena, Lanzini, Noble, Bowen, Martin, Johnson, Trott, and Odebeku. So what's substitutions, if any, would you make, or would you just let them play for the next half hour? 35 minutes, shall we say? Yeah, next half hour or so. Mark says, good effort, Benny. Keep trying, it'll come. Yeah, he's trying too hard. I've said it a few times. He's trying too hard to score. He really, really is. But I'd rather we see that from him than him just passing it to somebody else like Allaire used to do. Mark says 2-0 up, Bowen for Antonio. Yeah, I can see that thinking. Yeah, I see that thinking. I wouldn't. That's a substitution I wouldn't say no to, mate. To be fair, yeah, I think it's all right. I think you're pretty spot on with that one, mate. Not a bad idea. What, and push Lingard up more up front, yeah. To have Lingard and Antonio pretty much up together, so almost like a 4-2-2-2 sort of thing. Jeremy says, I'm right. Benny's trying too hard. Under no circumstances must he be subbed. But Bowen on for Fornells. Mark says just to protect Antonio for United. Yeah, that's on Sunday. Of course, the preview for that will be... Ooh! Not the best of headers from Creswell, to be fair. But he was lucky. But yeah, the preview for Man United will be up on Friday night. And it will, but for the Patreons, if there are any Patreons watching this live or watching the replay, it will be up on Patreon on Thursday night. But it'll be available on Friday night. I'll try not to cross over with very well defended. That corner was very well defended. I try and not cross over with post-match pint, because I don't like to put my stuff up when other channels are broadcast. But at the same point, I like to have it 2 days before the game, so we'll have to wait and see, of course. It's good to see Ryan on the post-match point as well, for that matter. Even though it was a little cameo with Positive Pat, but he's a good bloke. I mean, all the there aren't any, with the exception of one channel. There's no other West Ham channels that I don't like or I don't respect. They are good people. They're good guys, and regardless of me being on there, that in fact I think there is, with the exception of Ben's channel, Ben Gardner, because I've not been able to get in contact with him yet. I've been on the channels with pretty much everybody else, and they are good guys. I mean, at the end of the day, we all say the same thing. We're all thinking the same thing. We're all from the same point of view. Give or take a few things here and there, but we're all saying the same thing. I mean, some people don't agree with what I've said, and I don't agree with what other people have said, and that's because we've all got opinions, and it's all good. Hey, talk of the devil. I was just saying how good the other West Ham channels are. Oh, there's Army's in. So who's that? Is that you, Frankie, or is that you? Me old Baz? Big bouncing Baz. Is that you, or is that going to be you, Frankie? Mrs. has taken over the TV for the Oprah Winfrey window interview. Oprah Winfrey interview. Oh God. So I'm now here with you, mate. Oh, nice to know I come second fiddle to you, Mrs. Mate. Nice to know. I'm guessing that's Frankie. Mark says he's gonna start his own channel. The Ginger Hammers. Go on, mate. I'll call that bluff, son. Go on. John says who has next? Who has West Ham got next game? Hope they win. It's Man United at Old Trafford on Sunday, mate. I can't remember what time it is, but yeah, it's Frankie. I thought so. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Hope you're doing all right. Long time no speak. I think the last time we spoke was New Year's, wasn't it? I think. But I hope you guys are keeping all right, and fantastic work for what you're doing with for Isla. Oh, cheers, Frankie. Saying audio is sounding the business, mate. Class. Yeah, I don't like having microphones in picture, but you got to do what you got to do, unfortunately, haven't you? Vixen, welcome. Hopefully Leeds don't do a West Ham against Tottenham. I can't see it, to be honest with you. It's the hour mark, so here we go with the Leeds' third and final change. Roberts coming off and Rodrigo coming on. So interesting substitutions from him. John, no, he can't because he's on loan, so he can't play against Man United. So we're going to have to, as Mark said earlier, try and rest Antonio as much as possible. I mean, granted, the fixture's 6 days away. 7 technically if you want to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But 6 days. But yeah, it'd be good. It'd be an interesting game. It'd be good. And of course, we'll have the live chat. We'll have the live watch along for this as well. And but yeah, Frankie, let us know how you're doing, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Let us know how life is in your neck of the woods. Antonio with a bit of a suspect, but he gets the ball back. So check. Antonio. Benrahma. Not the best of controls. Not the best of controls from Benrahma there. Bugger. Vixen says Dawson over Van Dijk. I think it's a bit harsh, bearing in mind Van Dijk's been out for most of the season. I don't think he's back playing for Liverpool yet. I've not really kept an eye on Liverpool, to be fair. I don't really give a monkeys about them. But Dawson's been good. It's been good. So we're going to get the free kick from that foul on Benrahma. John, yes, we are. We're at home to Southampton on the last day of the season. Now we talked about this on Wednesday. I think it was either that or last week. Week before was it'd be nice to have all the broadcasters coming together for the last game of the season. Creswell with the free kick. Oh, Rice, you could have had that. Handball, wasn't it? Frankie says, "Oh, good. Work is stress. Work is crazy, stress, and going mad." No, that's not handball. That's accidental. That's not first one. Second one's a clearer shout. To be fair, let's have a look at the other angle. So, nah. It's a deflection, but it's not on purpose. But I'm doing all right, mate. Good. I'm glad. Going mad indoors, I'm sure. Join the club, son. Join the club. How we started second half, mate. We've done well. We've gone out to a degree. Both teams have gone out all guns blazing, and yeah, it's been good. It's been good attacks from both sides. Mark says handball from Phillips. Yeah. Vixen says, "How was Moyes shit years ago, but now West Ham are amazing?" Well, it's because that Moyes has been Moyes is harshly done by Vixen. He genuinely was harshly done by. Frankie will be able to back us up on this because very good save from Fabianski there. Because we talked about Frankie, Marshy, myself, and Bill from Garage Football. We had a end of season roundup. Remember right? Wasn't it end of season? And we did say that Moyes was. I think we said that Moyes was, because I genuinely said that Moyes was harshly treated at Man United. The Sunderland stint was inevitable because it was captaining in a sinking ship, and it was just unlucky in Spain. But it wasn't the best of ideas. He kept us up with a few points to spare at the end of last season. None of us wanted him to stay, but he has. And he's proved us all wrong. He's made us talk. He's proved us all wrong. He's done some absolutely fantastic things on the ball. He's done some very good things. He's done he's done an Allardyce on the club basically. He's gone back to the grassroots, sort out your defending, sort out your attacks, sort out your midfield, and he's done it. Set pieces. This is basically a glorified Allardyce side that we're watching at the moment, guys. It genuinely is. I mean, the stats has come up here. First half, 2 shots, none on target. Second half, Leeds have had 6 shots and 2 on target. That's what I'm saying. Both teams coming out all guns blazing. John says, I've got to say, John, that Newcastle are going down this season, in which I'm not happy about. Mate, I don't know. I've not watched enough games, to be fair. I've just seen the results, and the results aren't brilliant. But we've still got a long, long way to go. Vixen says, Lingard goal or Dawson goal? What do you mean? Are you asking which one's the better one? Sheena says, I take back what I said about Moyes. I have so much trust in him. We all do now, because we've actually seen him for the manager that he is. It's back. It's not just Moyes. It's the backroom staff at the same time as well. Mark says this is a better side to watch. This is much better to watch than Allardyce. Agreed. It's that's what I'm saying about it's a glorified Allardyce side, because if you, there's a really good video that the Tifo guys have put up. The Tifo guys have put up, and about Allardyce's tactics and how he sorts teams out. Go and watch it on YouTube. It's really obviously in the half an hour's time, or an hour's time, because I'll be on the Garage Football after this. But it's a really good analysis of what Allardyce does to sort clubs up to keep them up, which he's not really doing all that well with West Brom at the minute. But the same point, this is what I'm saying. It's this. Watch that video, and it's exactly the same, even down to the formation of how Rodrigo it's gone out for a corner by the looks of things. It is Allardyce's favoured formation, as we know, is 4-2-3-1, same as what we're playing for the majority of the games this season, and a good lion's share of the games this season. It's a beautiful version of Allardyce football. That's what I'm saying. It's a glorified, not the best of corners from Leeds, but very well defended by Creswell. It's going out for a corner again. Vixen says the better goal. To be honest, I'd probably say Dawson's, because it was the most unexpected goal. It was running in from a corner. It was easily intended to be for Souček, but Dawson had the run on him, and he got there first. Very good, very good. And he says, I missed the time Bilic was our manager, and we were still playing at the bowling. Yeah, that was. See, a lot of people, as much as I was there for every single home game. It was a beautiful season, but we had some shitters at that season. We lost to Leicester embarrassingly badly, which ended up being they ended up winning the league, so it wasn't too bad. We lost badly to Bournemouth. We lost badly to to Swansea at home. It's not the beautiful season that everybody remembers. It was a beautiful second half to the season. That's what we all remember more than the start of it. Vixen asks, what if Everton make it to Europe? Well, what if they do? What do they do? Who cares? Everton in Europe would be brilliant. Everton and West Ham in Europe, fantastic. Who cares? Everton are a good side. They've got a good manager. They're playing relatively good football on a regular basis. They deserve it. Every club deserves to be where they are in the league. Good deserve it. Deserve it good from a good point or a bad point. It's going to be difficult. But as I say, we still got after this game, we've got 11 fixtures to go. We've still got a while to go yet. Anything's possible at the minute. We're having a fantastic season. Generally having a fantastic season. And he says, but back at that time, West Ham felt more like a football club with tradition to me than like a sports company like many other clubs nowadays. I completely agreed, mate. Totally agree with you. Oh, Antonio. Oh, what's going on? Ben Rama. Header out. Souček. Ben Rama. No. Andy says it hurts. It does hurt, mate. It does completely hurt. But footballers football has been dead for the good last few seasons now. It really has. Not just with West Ham, in general. But I agree with you. It's not West Ham Football Club anymore. It's West Ham Football Club Limit. West Ham Football Company Limited now. It's NFLing the football. That's what it is. All clubs are franchises now. And said, I'd be disappointed now if we didn't make Europe, but the players have put in an incredible effort this season, so we can't be disheartened. Agreed, man. 100% agree with you. Vivian's asking who's finishing the top 5. This is. Hang on, I'll come back to you. I'm sure the guys in the chat will answer you on that one, but Leeds are on the attack at the minute. Ooh. Go on, Krez. Mark him. Good lad. Goes out for a corner. Top 5 is probably going to be not that far off to how it is now, to be honest. I think it's probably going to be City, Man United. Who else is up there? Chelsea, Leicester. Maybe us in 5th. I don't know. Mark says City, United, West Ham, Chelsea, and Leicester. Phillips with the corner. Ooh, scrappy football. Ben Rama over to full nails. Lingard, I should say, sorry. Too ambitious. Great idea, but too ambitious. Frankie says, with the Saudi money starting to take over, I think that will be the final nail. We will need a new sport to follow. I'm voting ladies volleyball. But yeah, it's dying. The sport we know is the sport that we grew up with is pretty much dead. It is pretty much dead. It's only having the likes of Leicester winning the league, us doing the run, doing the season we're doing, that gives a bit of oomph and unpredictability to it. But other than that, football's boring. Football is so boring in comparison to how it used to be 20 years ago. It really, really is. And money's the root of all evil for that. So West Ham making a change. So Bowen coming on for Lingard, I think, by the looks of it. Is that number 11 up on the board there? No, it's Ben Rama. Okay. Vivian asks, what team would you support if you didn't support West Ham? I was very close to being a Fulham supporter, mate. Very, very close to being a Fulham supporter. Because I've always had a soft spot for Fulham. They were one of the closest teams when I was living over in Surrey at the time. In those days, you had the original Wimbledon, you had Chelsea, Fulham. That was it actually. Those were the closest 3 teams in the top sides. Andy says Andy says to excuse me. Andy says to Frankie, I vote for Japanese strong style pro wrestling. Paul, welcome back, mate. West Ham reserves. Andy says I also like Chelsea. Chelsea, Celtic a lot. Living in Germany, of course, I have some clubs over here that I like to see winning. Frankfurt, yeah. Mark says Rangers. Yeah, they won the title with Gerrard. And I agree with. It's not very often that I agree with Lawrenson. But he did say that Gerrard's not ready to manage Liverpool yet. Of course, he's fucking not. It's only his 20. It's only his second season in charge. Oh, Frankie, thank you very much, mate. It's much appreciated. Very, very generous of you, mate. 20 quid, very generous. Thank you very much. Thank you for keeping me up to date with the game. I think that's what he means there. Thank you very much, Frankie. That's very, very appreciated. And your little animation will come up any second now. There you go. Thank you very much, mate. Very, very appreciated. Very nice of you. Very nice of you. Now the audio comes through after the icon goes off. But anyway. But yeah, very, very, very kind of you, mate. We'll have a beer together sometime, son. Definitely. Well, a couple of more than a beer after that 20 quid. I get about 12 quid out of it after Google's taken their little greedy little hands on it. But very much that's the highest amount anybody's put in the super chat, mate. Very, very appreciated. Thank you very much. Adam says my German team is Mainz. My family live there. Cool. Vixen says they bought FIFA 17 to play as Alex Hunter for West Ham. No joke. No idea where Alex Hunter is to be fair, man, so I can't really say. Yeah. Bit going on talking about German football over there. Good. Keep it up, guys. Look like we've got another free kick by the looks of things. So Lingard, Rice, and Creswell hovering over this, I should say. 15 minutes to go, guys. Rice, not the best of ideas from him. Maybe ist nicht so meins. Schon aber ist nicht so. Do you know what, Paul? Give us what your translation is, because I've got a funny feeling I know what some of that is. Gina says you would have been a Leyton Orient fan if you wasn't supporting West Ham. Yeah, there's not that much distance between the two, which is what Barry Hearn's argument was for a good few years. Cheeky little bastard. That's very true, Adam. You can barely speak English. Ah, Fornell's unlucky. Bamford should have scored there. Yeah, not the best of balls from him, mate. Not the best of balls. He's a good player, Bamford. Nice, but it's not for me. Yep, yeah. I recognise some of it. I got the not for me bit, but I wasn't sure what the other bit was. Look at this replay. Yeah, Bamford shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done either of those. To be fair, he had the opportunity. He could have rolled it first time round. When he had the first touch, he could have rolled it. Thank you, Paul. I'm not going to read all that out, but thank you. Thanks for confirming it to everybody. Adam says Bamford is for me very overrated. Point proven there. He needs 3 or 4 or 5 chances before he scores one. That's very true, mate. But he's their highest. He scored, was it 12 goals and 5 assists for Leeds. It's not bad. Vixen says Vixen says this is a bit controversial. But if I didn't support West Ham, I would support Tottenham. A bit more than a bit. It's fucking controversial, mate. Mark says Fornals has been outstanding tonight. Again, yes, he was. Yep, Fornals was my man of the match for the last game as well. Really, really good. And who's Mike Dean booking now? Do you know what? Apart from the start, he's booked Lingard. Get out, John. Paris is a huge fan of Fornals. Yeah, we talked about it in the first half, mate. He is a very, very good player. He's a very good player, and he's really going into the West Ham way of playing things. You know, Paul, that's a very good point. It is the equivalent of wash your mouth out. Certainly is my equivalent of wash your mouth out. That's for sure. You know, honestly, I'd say apart from that ridiculous opening couple of minutes, Dean's not had too bad a game. To be fair, he's not put a foot wrong, and I know that because Rick hasn't said anything all bloody game. You know, he's done. Dean's done all right out of this fixture. I know we've got 10 minutes plus stoppage time left, but Dean's done all right. You can't criticise him for anything. All right, yes, okay, the first couple of minutes, but other than that, his calls have been spot on, absolutely spot on. He has, Mark. He has. He's let the game flow tonight perfectly, absolutely perfectly. Rick says he would not have, would not have booked him for that. It's catch-22, mate. Oh, come on, autofocus, sort yourself out. No, don't do this now. Come on. There you go. Autofocus turned off for a few seconds then. The downside of the Panasonic Lumix G7, autofocus isn't 100% reliable, but that's the worst it's been since I've had it a week or so ago. So yeah, it's been alright, it's been good. But yeah. No more purchases. Hopefully. Well, Frankie, your 20 quid will go to help sort some of the money I've been pumping into it, that's for sure. Adam says, I wouldn't be right without doing something wrong. Something going wrong. Nice ball from Rice. Try and find Bowen, but not happening. So I thought we would have been playing with the proper three up front, but we don't seem to be doing that. Antonio seems to be going out to the right. Mark says, Leeds definitely have the worst haircuts in Premier League history. Mate, Mark, you can't say a bloody thing. You grow some hair, son, and then you'll be able to talk about it, yeah? That's a bit better. What's with all the man buns? Frank is saying, I'm trying to use a Canon as a webcam, but it just mirrors the display and shows all the... I know. Mate, to be honest with you, there's not many. That's one of the reasons why I got this second-hand G7. Yeah, is because I've got a Canon, an M50, very good camera. Not so much for. I had a lot of issues with it, but there's not many Canon cameras that do a clean HDMI out, which is one of the reasons why I went for the G7 because it does. It's a cheap camera, and relatively cheap camera, and it does a clean HDMI out on that. So if you've got about 2 or 3 ton spare, mate, go and grab one. I can't say if you're right with contrast based autofocus where it hunts it every now and again, which is why it goes out in and out of focus a little bit. It's worth it. It genuinely is worth it. And Rick's given us a $9.99. Thank you very much, Rick. Much appreciated. Means which means I'll be getting paid from Google in April. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna have to change that. I'm gonna have to bring that. I'm gonna have to bring that animation down here, down the box there somewhere. I think. It's alright. We've got Frankie says it's alright. We've got Adam Jessup in the chat. You might know. You must know a thing or two about cameras. Showing your age there, mate. I know Jessup's only recently closed, but you're showing your age there. Adam says my girlfriend got me the lawnmower 3.0 for Valentine's Day's class. Do you know? I'm not getting my hair cut for a while. I actually like my hair straight like this. I like it. I'm not getting it cut for a while. Adam says, I may be a young lad, but my technology knowledge is questionable. Mate, everything about your knowledge is questionable, son. What's just that bloody cake haircut you've got? I'm hoping you changed it since you started your Twitch channel, mate. Yeah, so the game's over, guys, by the looks of things. Mark says, just be careful when you're shaving the garden area. Like, we're not going to turn this into the West Ham Way podcast. Yeah, we're not turning it into that. Honestly, that was so funny. That was so funny. With just what was it? What was it? One of the what was it that that he said? What was it? What was it? What was it? He said that Dave said. Oh yeah, just remember the shorter the grass, the bigger the tree. And he says, last 5 minutes of regular time. Come on, you wines, one more goal. Jeremy says, need to tighten up our defence for the United trip. 100%, mate. It's a free hit as far as I'm concerned, which you'll find out when I do the preview. Rick says, man of the match is Dawson for him. Oh, that was very well cleared. Dawson clears the ball again. Fantastic. Francis, I'm guessing, is a Leeds supporter. Very, very good clearance from Dawson there. But yeah, guys, as Rick was saying, who's your man of the match? For me, it's a toss up between Dawson and Dawson and Fornals. It genuinely is. But welcome, Francis. I hope you're all right, mate. He's got to be one of the players we sign in the, when the season finishes. Trust, guys. We have to sign Dawson. He's got a good, you know. Hopefully he can do another decent thing to next season. We have to sign him. We genuinely do. Adam says again, not vintage West Ham, but do you know what, mate? It is, but it's a sign of a great team. It is to a degree. It is vintage West Ham to a degree. I mean, I remember watching games like this in the late 90s, early 2000s when I started watching West Ham on a regular basis. So Johnson's coming off for Lingard. But I remember being like this. It's been, yeah, it is vintage from that era of things, but yeah, it's not vintage from the further back. But I know where you're going with it, mate. Adam says winning games with a very average performance. That is the West Ham way, mate. Mark says, yep, can't separate Dawson and Fornals tonight. Kieran says, how have they not scored? Very good defensive positioning. Absolutely brilliant. Sheena says Dawson's her man of the is her man of the match. Jeremy says nice to see the kid coming on. Agreed, 100%. Fornals. So check. Should be passing it to Johnson. Yeah, no. Does it the? Well, he does do it to Johnson. Good. Go on, son. Go on. Marking. Wait, no. What are you doing? Perfect run there. He'll learn that. So what do you reckon for the extra time, guys? 3 minutes? Maybe? 3 minutes? Rodrigo. That's a bit of a dive from Dawson, to be fair, but Ailing did get contact. But for any of you non classical music fans, that is the Rodrigo. Adam, you did say 2-0, mate. Hang on, let me just double check the chat to make sure. Sure you did. Mark said 1-0. Then quickly changed it to 5-0. Where's yours? Oliver said 2-0. I don't think it's in here, mate, by the looks of things. Oh no, it's gone too chat's gone too far back. Francis says 4 minutes of extra time. But yes, Adam, you should have put a bet on it, fella. Guys, it will be 4 minutes ahead of time. That's what I think. So Rick, yeah, I'll say about 3 or 4 myself. We'll find out in 30 seconds. Mike Dan still has time to award 2 penalties and then 3 people off. Kieran says I would need medication to be as calm as you, JP. Well, I was. You see, this is the thing, guys. Because we're having such a fantastic season. I mean, you've got to be calm when you're on camera to a degree, anyway. Autofocus, sort yourself out. But it's. I'm just as I said throughout the entire season. Where are we? 3, 4. Where are we coming? 3 minutes. 3 minutes of added time. But yeah, as I've said all season, just enjoy. As I've said, over the last few weeks on my previews, we said it a few times in the live chat. We said it in a few times with the watch-alongs as well, especially with Tony. Just enjoy it. We're having a fantastic season. It looks like we're going to smash our all-time Premier League tally, and just enjoy the football. This game's been comfortable, with the exception of the first 5 or 10 minutes. And yeah, as Mark says, Dawson's man of the match. Absolutely. You know, just with the exception of the first 5 guys, how many games this season that you and I have watched? We've watched every single game together so far this season. The majority of you guys have been here for every single game, and thank you very much for joining me for the 27 videos. It's been absolutely brilliant. How many games have I actually, with the exception of like at the start of the season with Newcastle at home, you know, I was pretty calm from the Arsenal away game because you could see what was happening. You could see things were slowly coming together. There's not many broadcasts I've done or previews or whatever where I've gone, it's not good enough. I mean, we did it for Newcastle. Everybody did it for Newcastle, but start of the season. But you know, it's just have to relax. Just enjoy the game. Just take them for what they are. That's it. We're having a blinding season. There's a very, very good chance we're going to finish in the top 6, top 7, within the next 11 games. Just enjoy it. Don't get stressed. I mean, I've got enough grey hairs as it is without them getting stressed over what this club's bloody doing. I love them. I love the team first and foremost. You know, otherwise I wouldn't do the channel. I wouldn't be doing these broadcasts for every single game. We'd be doing all these previews. Wouldn't be doing I wouldn't be doing all the other stuff that I do for you guys, but for free, might I add. But you know, it's just enjoy it. Just sit back, kick back. Just enjoy the football. Just enjoy it. You know, the whole part of this channel is because you and I sit here together. We all chat about the football. We enjoy it together. We hate it together. Adam says Fulham away was a disappointment, but they've picked up. To be fair to them, yeah, they have 100%. Adam says not been too many games. Agreed. Paul says you're right. Moyes has brought a really solid and calming feel to the whole operation. Thank God, it's as relaxing as it ever has been watching West Ham. So yeah, guys, that's it. There we go. 5th in the table up until the weekend. Fantastic. Mark says Fulham with a better team in both games versus us. Absolutely agreed. 100%. Guys, thank you very, very much for your time. It's a shame that nobody's subscribed tonight, but it is what it is. Tomorrow I will be doing the fantasy league roundup. That'll be coming out at some point tomorrow afternoon. And then Wednesday, of course, we'll have the live watch along. The live chat, I should say, for the Wednesday at 7:00. So get involved in that. With not a huge amount to talk about, but there are a few things that we need to talk about, as well. Also, talk about the new rules about being offside, handballs, and a few other little bits and pieces. Hopefully, I'm going to try and get everything together. But guys, thank you very, very much for your time. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe. Please do hit the like button. Please do share this content with anybody you feel may want to watch it. For anybody that's watching the replay, of course, by all means, please do put your comments in the comments section, and I'll respond to them as well. But in the meantime, guys, look after yourselves. I hope you've had I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. But in the meantime, guys, look after yourselves. Have a great night, and hope to see you live for those that aren't doing the Fantasy League, for live for the Wednesday midweek chat. See you guys soon, and Sheena, hope to see you on Sunday. All the best.